So let's have a look and see what we've got inside the story box this week. Open it up and, well, look at that. It looks a bit like Aladdin's lamp or something that the three wise men might have carried perhaps. In fact, it's a little present from Albania given to me at Christmas time by my nephew. But what I really want to show you is its bigger cousin. Let me get it for you. So, here's its big cousin. It's called an aft alb and it comes from Afghanistan. A friend of mine bought it in a city called Lashkargah for me. So if you look, there's a jug a bit like the little one I showed you, and underneath there's a tray. But the tray has a bit of a secret, because if I take this piece off, you can see there's a well underneath. So the big tray with the well and the beautiful jug, the aft alb. I wonder if you can guess what it's used for. Well, in a traditional Afghan household, when people come round for a meal, the youngest boy in the house will take the aft alb filled with nice warm water and he'll go round and he'll wash everybody's hands for them. Let me show you how it works.
Okay.
So why am I showing you this aft alb then? Well, it's because I want you to think about a special story when Jesus was very near the end of his life and he gathered all his friends around him for a special meal. And when they were all sat down, he did the strangest thing. He took off his outer garment and he knelt down and he went round the room, and maybe even with a jug a bit like this, he washed everybody else's feet. Now he was the most important person in the whole room. He was the Son of God. But he bent down and he washed their grubby feet. And when he finished, he sat down with them and he said, listen, I've set you an example. If I could do that for you, then you can do it for each other too. I don't think he necessarily meant that we all have to take a jug a bit like this and wash each other's feet. But I think he did mean that none of us should be too grand or too proud to do ordinary things for each other. And a bit like the story I told you last week of Reprobus, when we do things for each other, we're kind of doing them for him too. So this week, remember my lovely silver jug, my aft alb, and remember that simple act of doing something good for other people. Because when you're doing it for them, you're following the example of Jesus.